All right, hello everybody. I am going to be doing a series that I'm going to do that is out of the box stuff, sort of like Mandalorian, but this is going to be, this next group of stuff will all be related to animated stuff or animated like stuff. As you can see, Batman's Scooby-Doo Mysteries. First one in this little group of stuff that I've got. And again, I'm just going to go through each one. Okay, all right. There's another Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. And again, if you look at the colors on them, you'll be able to tell sort of where they go together. These kind of go together because they just are straight numbers. And when you look at like this one, though, it actually is 10 of 12. So I believe there's maybe 4 different series so far. Now this one is part of the orange ones. That's 3 of 12. Scooby-Doo parody. That's some good stuff, though. Now, these next ones are also Scooby-Doo related. Recently picked up, again, still wanting to work on some of this stuff. I've tried to put as much of the buying on hold as I kind of prep myself to sell, and then I'll work on from there. I'm really trying to get everything done. I'd like to be complete and sell everything by at least the beginning of December that I want to sell. And I don't think I will make it with everything, but I'd like to go through and do the comics, cards, toys, anything. I've got, DVD stuff I want to sell, things like that, just, stuff I want to get rid of. But I'm trying to kind of put it all together in one big lot of things. But picked up this one just a little while back. Again, that is the first Blue Falcon Dynamite in comics. They do have their own series, but this actually has a story prior to that, before it actually kicks off the story. And even though Scooby-Doo had a couple, with Charlton and Gold Key prior to this, that's what makes this book more expensive, is because it actually has a Blue Falcon and Dynamite in the back. And then this is my Scooby-Doo Burger King one. And this is one of the ones that fell after, I want to say, was the Archie series. Again, I think it only lasted like 20-something, but it's got Scrappy in it. I think this is the first appearance of Scrappy in comics. And then that's the number 2. Now this is one of the original ones, a beautiful one of the Charlton ones, number 3. Now none of those are cheap, so every time I've seen somebody bundle it with something else, I did try to get a hold of them, because those don't go for cheap prices. So I just kind of look for little bundles when I can find somebody. Even this one, this is Harvey doing Scooby-Doo. I think they did a couple of those. All right, so now, if you're like me and you love cartoons, this was a extremely well done cartoon. The Exo Squad was a future war between this guy's people and human beings. And they use exo suits, which is basically just, big battle armor things that they would wear to fight against his people. As an end result, though, the animated series was very well done, stretched out as if it was basically like, space soap opera where you would follow through of all the stuff they're doing with the Exo Squad and stuff, and so it was done extremely well. And this one's issue 0. I never really did have any more that I know of. The Exo Squad only had this one book. Now, they did have toys. I do remember those at the time. And they would be some of the ones I would want to get my hands on if I could. Now, I want to get all of these from this series. Again, there's not many of them. It is all by Star Comics. Again, that's a subsidiary of Marvel. But again, I remember watching the series and stuff, and it was pretty neat. Again, they were harping on the idea of the actual Ewoks being such a major player in Return of the Jedi. So, even though really nobody really paid as much attention to it, probably they did. And then we're going to go with Tales of G.I. Joe. Again, G.I. Joe started as, of course, a toy from Hasbro, and their goal was to push the toy. The easiest way to do that was to create a cartoon and a comic book to kind of fly with that. So again, this has significance to me in the sense of it kind of followed along, even though I was a teenager. By the time they actually had them out, I still enjoyed the idea of, I had Snake Eyes and one other one, and my brother had Rock and Roll and somebody else. I can't remember which ones, but yeah. Number 3 reprinted there. Number 7. Oh, that's it. Stalker. Stalker was the other character, but I can't remember whether he had him or I had him. I think I actually have him now as one of mine in my miscellaneous toy box that I got to break out and go through. Always liked the character. Number 12. Breaker was the other one that my brother had. I had Snake Eyes and Stalker, and he had Rock and Roll and Breaker, I think was the 2. We, of course, not rich kids, so we didn't bank all our money on it. I had more Adventure People than I did any of them, and Headmaster. This is the 4-part miniseries. This is number 3 of that. You'll find that right now I've got 5 boxes of cartoon-related material, 5 short boxes, but I do not have all my stuff yet combined together to be able to kind of put together all my runs of stuff. So right now you won't see completion of anything. And, like what I'm about to show you is like a good group of it, but not like the full thing of all of the ones I have of the Transformers. Now, of course, Transformers, again, like G.I. Joe, started that way, started as a toy, brought to you into a comic book as a cartoon, and became movies later on like G.I. Joe did, but I don't think they done it justice like they should have on any of it. And here's number 2. Again, if you'll look, it is number 2 in a 4-issue limited series. Again, if you realize that this is number 7, you realize that that didn't happen, that they decided that they wanted to continue on with a Transformers series after the 4-issue limited series. Number 9. And again, I have more Transformers in other boxes, but again, I'm just kind of pulling out one box and working from there. Number 10. Number 12. Optimus Prime. Right, 18. Looks like he just like bumped him in the head when he did it. Number 19. And I'm trying to grab newsstands, and I'm trying to, if I do, I get rid of the direct if I have it, so it's kind of my way of purging, but yet keeping if I can pick up. And the reason being is nothing to do with value of which one's more or not more. As you can see, the 25th anniversary border. It really deals with newsstands or what I picked up when I was a kid. That's what I know. I don't, direct was not something that really was a big deal in comparison by the time comic shops really started getting a lot of, the one that me and my best friend went to at one point, most of their stuff was really just back issues more than anything, with some new. But again, like I said, we didn't pay attention to the newer. I could get that down the road on the spinner rack. I was looking for back issue stuff. So, and again, that's why the newsstand means more to me. Beautiful humans are wimps. Statue of Liberty there. If you are a Statue of Liberty collector, and yes, they are those people who go out of their way to collect Statue of Liberty ones, to just, all kinds of oddball ones in that way. Number 27. 28. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the video will be longer than my normal ones, so you can watch it in parts. Enjoy it all in one setting. Leave a comment, thumbs up, whatever you gotta do. See, BlackRock. See, they were doing evil then, like they do now. Number 31. I like the perspective of this, being how big they really are. And then you look down here at these knights, so it's pretty cool. Got a little British flag back there for the fellers across the pond there. Little Shakespeare down there in the corner on that direct. Kind of a neat one to have that way. Optimus getting blasted right there. This is when you're one bad dude, is when you actually use a train to whip a guy in the face. That's all I'm saying. Number 42. Optimus doing his thing. It's a little thing right there jumping out. And this is the last of the ones I've got in here right now, is number 55. I think I got more Transformers and G.I. Joe in another box that, again, I hadn't got it all put together yet, so I'm slowly working on it. Trying to keep most of this stuff together. I don't get, that way it ends up being very similar. And now, a little bit back, I picked up another one of this one, but this is Mickey Mouse and Goofy Explore the Energy Conservation, which is, again, is a promotional comic book that they did. Williams on this comic book. I have a second one I have to put together with it. Again, Disney related stuff, anything to do with Mickey, Donald, any of those I put into the cartoon box. Here's Gladstone's number 2 of Mickey and Donald. to excuse me. I hate when that becomes an issue. Now, this is Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse Super Secret Agent. Really neat cover. I love the design on the back and how they went with all these, you know, using just straight color with these, with the, you know, the only 2 color ones. And then this one is a foreign Mickey Mouse one. Again, not sure, but I kept thinking it was German or something. And then we have that one. Again, the kids filled up his car and actually used it as a place to have their little boat. So, pretty humorous. So, little Walt Disney's Mickey and Donald again. This is number 7. He's charging 50 cents to see the balloon he's got there that he's saying is Venus. A little bit of the Beagle Boys. Again, that's the only way to make them smile, is to show them money. I do have, I thought of, you know, a few more, but these are the Whitman ones also, so you won't see the numbers on a lot of these. And that was number 32 of that. A little bit of the Beagle Boys on with Super Goof. Love that character. He's a fun character. I know Howler Mouse is a fan of it. So is Micah from the Graphic Man channel. So that's a Whitman of that. Beagle Boys again. So, what is her name? It'll come to me, though, because they're pretending to be the horse and she's roping them, but there it is. Gladstone Gander as the no-gun sheriff. I'm trying to remember that's her name. I'm trying to remember the one in the animated series, because I do remember it. That was number 13 of that. And then they're pretending to be in a band while he's sawing at the bars. The green with this against is real good. And that's number 9 of that series. Again, you got some Scrooge McDuck on that cover with them. That's kind of really neat. And that one is, let's see, that is number 43 from 1978. And it is You Stand Like Kind of Want. Same thing with this Uncle Scrooge. He's drawing them in. The Beagle Boys versus Uncle Scrooge, number 7. Now, get into some Bugs Bunny. And who hasn't watched a good Bugs Bunny cartoon, right? So you got Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd there. This is a Whitman. This is number 144. Another Elmer Fudd getting his, you know, ice cream, taking one of his scoops by that plane and Bugs sent. That's number 240. Another Whitman with Bugs being a cowboy. He's a Bronco Buster. I don't have the number on that one yet. Him out fishing using his carrots to actually fish with. Again, that's a authority center. And if we look here, this is funny because it's like, that's kind of how he was used to seeing baseball games. So by looking through the hole, you know, pretending like he's looking through a fence at the game, it gives him that feeling again. This is a much older one with the 15-cent one. I always like, they put September, and I know Micah mentioned one time, Graphic Man, about how to read that, but I really never learned how, so I just consider it September and put the dates and the things there when I just kind of put them together until I can look at them. But again, little Yosemite Sam with him there. This is May. Notice the yellow covers. And that one's 129 of that one. And this big one, I do mean big, because it is a thick book, It is Bugs Bunny's Vacation Funnies. It looks like it's number 4 or 6. I think it's 6. My eyesight ain't perfect with like small letters put on purple and all them other colors, they kind of go away. And this is Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny. Again, I don't know what the number is on that one, but and let's do, oh yeah, we're halfway through. I'll try to pick up the pace so we can finish in 30 minutes, but got MGM's Mouse Musketeers. Really neat cover with that one for it. Bugs Bunny again. Should have been with that pile. It's just off. Like that one where he's working the gas station like they used to. That one was number 170. This 10 center Bugs Bunny where he's sitting back there eating the carrot. That one's number 73 of the series. Now, DC done these. This is a 3-parter, and this is part 1 of a 3-part miniseries. And it's a Bugs Bunny from then, 1990. So I still would like to finish that one. Now we get Beep Beep the Roadrunner. And I think it's actually under Beep Beep the Roadrunner, not actually just Roadrunner. And again, it's a Whitman. Again, poor Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. I had his, had a shirt of his for a long time. My daughter has it now because it got to be a little bit of a medium. But, number 17 is that one, so. But yeah, it had that with Wile E. Coyote. This is the only Muppet Babies ones I have from Star Comics. Again, I want to be able to put those together too. Again, this is a series I know, cartoons I've watched, but at the same time, it was nothing in my childhood, but it still creates that value for me for being a Star one in that time period. Now, Madballs, sort of the same way. I remember watching the one animated one they did for it, as well as I remember the commercials like crazy. I think my nephew had the Madballs at the time, so again, or my brother did. That's where I cross over certain things. But you got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 3, and that is a newsstand of that. Number 3, newsstand of that. And number 6. So, again, this was one of those that I still want to complete, but I don't see them out there that often, so let's go with again, I appreciate all of you who will watch this whole video and enjoy the animated series and any of the cartoon style books that I'm presenting to you. This is Police Academy, a movie not quite intended for children that got turned into an animated series and a toy line. So again, it's something that they did back then more often than they should have. To me, if you look, this is the first appearance of the group in comics. This is my newsstand of number 1. When they bring back Police Academy, these are going through the roof. It's my spec book of the video. You have number 2, number 3, and I'm trying to remember. See, Steve Guttenberg played the original. She was hot. That was Bobcat Goldthwait. I'm trying to remember his name. Really good comedian, could do tons of sound effects. Loved him in those movies. I thought that he was one of the things that made the movie. So I can't remember his name right now. I remember looking it up one time just because I watched a quick thing on him acting like a guitar and everything else, literally playing a whole musical part by himself. There's a newsstand of that one. Number 5. Another number 5. Number 6. And I think that is the last one of them. And we go to Brute Force. Supposedly this was supposed to become a cartoon as well and get aired on one of the other networks or whatever. So I decided, when I seen them, I'd say, I'll just go ahead and pick them up. I have no real ties to it in that way. I haven't watched any animation of it and stuff. It just happened to be one of the ones that I wanted to try for that reason, and then hope that they put them out where I could watch them, I would. But number 2, number 3, it's distracting. Number 3, and number 4. I'm about to do the whole Justice League, JSA, or Legion of Doom, Justice League kind of fighting each other. And number 4 of that in the direct. Now, let's see where we're at. Alright, let's do these real quick and then I'll try to finish up. Alright, so it goes. Biker Mice from Mars, number 1. I have 2 of those now, number 2. And this is the number 1 by the new company that was re-released. As you see, done relatively pretty well, just to kind of bring it a little more to life. So it's really not bad in the sense of art-wise. And then, of course, the Free Comic Book Day of Mega Man. And again, had a cartoon, was a video game from Capcom, the whole thing. Now this next big lot you're going to see actually is one thing, and it's, I'm going to put some of these back to hold the weight. I apologize for dropping y'all, guys. That was not intent to rock the table. Alright. Okay. If you've stayed through both falls, I appreciate it, because I tried to pick up these and everything just started shaking so much. Alright, let's do this. This is the last half of it. It is going to be the Battle of the Planet stuff, or related to that. If you take this, is a magazine, which is the animated and live ones. Of course, you got the Battle of the Planet stuff on the front of it, along with all the Speed Racer and other stuff. So I thought that was a good reason to snatch that one. This one with Ken. Collector, number 1 of 4. I didn't really see a lot of these at the time, and I kind of stopped, so I would have to still pick up the other 3 of those. I'm sure they didn't go up like in so much in value. Gatchaman, number 1. And this is the one that looked more like the Alex Ross kind of animated series ones kind of thing. Now, this one also on number 2. Now, from this point on, it'll be more of the old and then the ones done by Top Cow. So you get number 1 and first appearance of G-Force and comics that way. My little newsstand. I have another one hanging on my wall. I love the cartoon. It is one of my favorites to go home to when I got off the bus. It come on at 3 o'clock at my house, so Boys of Bottom of the Sea, the last half of it, and then Battle of the Planets. So, number 2, Jason and Mark on there in the front. And this is a better copy I picked up a little while back. Number 4. Again, I want to finish this one this year because I've got maybe another one or so that I don't have in this stack. And there's number 10. Now these are the Top Cow ones. We're talking about the Battle of Planets half. This is the one of the special ones they did with the embossed kind of thing because it looks like that one. And you have the number 1. This is another version of number 1. Now this one is a limited animated edition, a 5,000 limited to one that I picked up, which I thought was really cool because it is from the animated series look, even though this is really cool off of this one. Like number 3. Number 4. I love their shirts like they had. Number 5. And I did finish this, so again, if something's not here, it's probably in a different box, so I'm kind of going from there. Number 7. Number 8 with a princess on the front. Number 11. Here's the Battle of the Planets Mark. That's one done by itself. So let's see if I can make this happen without it falling again. Jason. And this is the ones from Princess when she did. Even though they did one of each of those, she's the only one that seems to got like a 5-parter. There's number 3. And number 5. And that's about all I've got of those of hers, because I didn't actually pick up all the rest. I haven't seen them. And this is the Battle of the Planets Battle Book. Again, just, you know, anything connected to it, I like to try to grab it if I can. Silvestri done this one. This is the number 1 from Top Cow, done by him. So I got quite a number of number 1s at the same time. But, you know what? That is it. That is everything out of that box. That is all the animated related stuff in which I have. I know I have babbled on for more than 30 minutes and dropped the camera twice, which is my fault. So, but since I like to do everything in one take, get it done, get it uploaded so that you can enjoy these beautiful books. I don't really edit anything, so I won't edit out the falling part. So if you endured the falling part of the camera, I really appreciate it and everything that you setting through that disastrous moment. So which one did you like? What did you see? What was your favorites out of those? Which ones would you like to actually pursue if you could? Which ones are you already collecting? With that said, I appreciate everybody. I'm looking to post more videos, regular videos again, just, not shorts and other stuff, just to get some more videos out there, some more boxes to go through so I can go through my own boxes. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate the thumbs up, the likes. God bless. God bless the USA, and I appreciate you.